All right. Ahmed, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
I think we started chatting. Was it probably like a year ago? I saw your work and I was like, oh, dude, do you want to make a workshop on environments? I think a lot of people would actually want to see it. And then, yeah, it took like a year, right? Like, I
Yeah,
think almost like a year.
and I'm sorry for
Yeah.
that, guys.
Yeah. But it's because you were busy with
Yeah, it was.
client work,
Yeah, it
right?
was. So I'm not. Now the workshop is ready. We can. It's going out really soon, like in a few
Nice.
weeks now.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm really excited to you guys to see the workshop, what we cooked with DoubleJump. Uh, there is a lot of things to see in this workshop, and yeah, we'll see that like in a minute.
Yeah. I think it's the thing that was the most impressive to me was just the final shot quality, which a lot of Houdini artists usually don't achieve that quality, especially if they're just doing FX. I see that they don't know how to render, they don't know how to light their scenes. So I think this workshop is going to be super beneficial for people who want to learn environments, but also people who are just doing effects, right? So for instance, let's say you want to do a big, awesome explosion, right? Knowing how to put that explosion in a nice environment, light it, and set up some cameras, and then render it and composite it, it's gonna just make your effects and everything look like amazing, right? And I see that skill set is missing quite a bit from FX artists because this isn't an FX workshop, but those two skills I think go together quite well.
Yeah, because a lot of FX artists actually treats their environment work like as a secondary task. But if you really want your shot to be like a really high quality, you have to put like 50-50 effort in both.
Yeah, I agree. And compositing.
And compositing, yeah, sure.
You don't know how many people I send their work in progress and it's not in ACES or like in a wide dynamic range, and it's like clipped and the explosion is the wrong color, and I'm like, have you used ACES? And they're like, oh, I don't know I don't know what that is. And I'm like, what?
That's super important.
Yeah, it's like the most important thing, and it's so easy, and it's literally the last step. It just, yeah, it grinds my gears a lot. Cool, man. Do you want to do a quick intro on you, and then we can maybe like jump straight into you showing
Yeah, sure.
what the workshop is about?
Sure.
Yeah.
So I'm Ahmed Kaji. I'm a freelance CG generalist and environment artist. I've been starting my journey in 2020. I've been graduating, in 2023. So I've been a freelancer for 2 years now because I've been working at Mathematics Studio for my first year of my after graduation. So yeah, I'm a freelancer for 2 years now. I've been working for a few clients now, about like maybe 10, 15. And yeah, I think I have no more to say. The presentation is done there, and we can just jump on the file if you're up to.
Awesome. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so let me share my screen. Okay, can you see it?
Yep.
Okay, so first I want to talk about something. In this workshop, I wanted like to show things that I personally struggle to learn. And there's many things, when you Houdini or environment journey, that like there are so many tutorials about so many things, but the results aren't like satisfying enough on this tutorial. So we try to mix the good thing from this tutorial, the good thing from this one, and it's like really painful and time consuming. So I've tried to like group everything in this workshop. And one of the main thing of this workshop that I think you guys will like is the procedural clip creation, because there is like a lot of tutorials on YouTube and a lot of workshop and things like that. But I found out that personally the results on most tutorials aren't like satisfying enough. So let me just show you the result. I mean, you already saw that on the shot, but So he can just jump on the cliff A, for example, or maybe like the cliff B. So basically, the setup for every cliff is pretty much the same. But the only thing that is changing is like the base, so the basic box, just doing a remesh, and yeah, I'm having a base shape. So this base shape is the only thing that is changing, and basically all the setup right after is like the exact same thing on all cliffs that you can see there. And yeah, so in this workshop we're going to see how to create this procedural setup. So it's just like basic height fill techniques. So you'll need to
it's gonna
cook a bit. Yeah.
A road usually cooks.
Yeah. Yeah. But actually the erode isn't the worst. It's like this thing, like this little thing. Yeah. It looks for like 5 minutes. So sadly I won't be able to show it to you. But yeah, so I've not got like a solid base with the erode, but with everything that we're going to do there in the workshop, we're going to be able to go from this result to, let me show you, this result. And you can see the difference is pretty huge. We have something really realistic. We have like some cracks, you know, in the rocks, you can see. We have like some layered displacements and things like that. So we're working with nodes Alex a lot. So we are doing obviously the biggest shapes with like just a simple mountain node, sorry. Then you're going to see some one of my favorite nodes on the labs toolset, the triple R displace. So we are going to see how to use that efficiently to use external maps to add details into our assets. We're also going to do some things in VOP. So you can see there is a really simple thing. So the cracks basically are created in VOPs. And yeah, so yeah, as I told you, the setup is really the same on all the cliffs. Okay, I wanted to show you also quickly that we're going to create the procedural root barrier like this. So basically I'm just starting with like a really simple shape that looks like that. I'm doing a sweep mesh. So I'm having something that doesn't look really, really good like this, but if Houdini is cooking, let me just go there. Maybe if I drop an exploited view, we can see the different variants. Yeah, perfect. So you can see I've created like a bunch of variants for these roots. And yeah, I'm just scattering them into a curve that I created right there. And we've got the barrier.
Sweet.
So that's pretty much it for that. The scattering system are pretty simple. I'm like going to show you some tricks to do your scattering efficiently without wasting a lot of nodes and time. But there is nothing really complex, but we're going to see that in depth anyways. And yeah, I think for the zip file overview, we are done. Would you like me to show
you were showing me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were showing the materials before
yeah.
to me as well.
Yeah, sure.
And just to mention, you were rendering everything with V-Ray, and in the workshop, you're not using Solaris, because I know a lot of people are like, oh, Solaris, which is great. Most of our, I think every other workshop we have is using Solaris, but in this one, you still use the OBJ context, because you said it was still a bit faster for personal projects.
Yeah.
Also then setting everything up in Solaris, right?
Yeah, sure. Like for client works and things like that, when you have like multi-shots, a sequence, yeah, it's really handy to have to work on Solaris. But yeah, even in production, when I'm given a single shot, I'm not opening the stage context, you know. If I have only one shot to do, I'm just thinking, OBJ, it's way faster. I'm not wasting time on this. But yeah, Solaris is really handy when you have like a production environment, multi-shot and things like that. So yeah, I can show you, maybe I can even launch a render to show you the material. Let's see if it doesn't.
That's risky.
Yeah, that's really risky. That's really risky. But I think I've had, like, the scattering system are hidden, so maybe it's going to work. Let's see.
And for everybody listening, you get, we're going to be giving you a discount on V-Ray, quite a big discount for all the students who take the workshop, because I know not everybody has V-Ray, and you know it is an additional purchase, but it is a very solid render engine for sure.
just turned off the displacement. Maybe it's going to cook faster, because actually we have displacement on this scene only on the ocean.
Yeah.
It doesn't work for some reason. I tried.
I told you it's risky.
I
It's
tried.
risky.
I tried.
Yeah.
You know, it's the okay, it's working.
Nice.
Just let him cook a little bit, like the first pixel like that are a bit long, but yeah, you know.
Yeah, then it goes.
Then it goes. So maybe I can show you the shader. Okay, so basically we have the work shader that is used on the whole scene, on all the worky elements, so terrains, cliffs, and things like that. So basically there is 5 shaders. So we have work A, work B, work C, which are just work variants. So this is like one quick texture, this is another, and they are mixed through noises to create variation. We have like a more mossy rock shader. This one is not mixed with like a simple noise. It's more using like the ambient occlusion and things like that. So the moss is behaving somehow realistically, like it pops where it should pops. And then the last one is like the sand, but I think it's only used through a mask for this, so it's really important. Actually, there is more like for shader. And yeah, so you can see maybe if I disable everything, but like the first one, and okay, let it cook.
Do you still use V-Ray in production, like even when doing client projects?
Yeah, I do. I bet actually when I'm got contacted by clients, most of the time they contact me for a single shot. So yeah, it's like that's the workflow I found the most efficient for me. And yeah. And actually, even my latest production, they were using V-Ray. Like they had a V-Ray pipeline, so that was really good for me.
Yep.
So yeah, you can see like that's a single material and it doesn't look really good. And just blending it with like more and more materials, okay, it's going to take a lot of time to cook. So I think we can abandon this idea. But you can imagine like adding layers of different wax materials, and you can see like just with another one, it looks like 10 times more realistic, just with one more. So imagine with 2 more. So yeah, we're going to see that in detail. I think like the video about the work shader is like 40 minutes long. So like that's a big video, but we're going to see like really everything about the procedural shader creation.
Nice. And so I like building shaders as well. How adaptable is the shader to? So here you're using it for a cliff, but if somebody would like, oh, but I would like to use it on a mountain or on a, just like on different environments, would it be possible to quickly adapt it for like other use cases?
Yeah, sure. So basically, there is something I'm showing in the workshop is like I work based on references. So even in the texture I chose initially for building each rock materials, there were textures that were somehow close to the references I chose. So there will be like maybe 2 main factors. The first one will be depending on the terrain you want to make, you're going to choose texture that are close to the reference. And the second one, and one of the most important, is the scale of the texture. So you're not going to put the same scale, especially in the triplanar. If you have if you want to do a cliff, if you want to do a mountain, that's not the same scale at all. So you will adapt that, and basically it's CG, so it's cheating. You just sometimes you take a texture that's like have nothing to do there, like a grass texture, and you just scale it like a giant size, and somehow it creates interesting details and variants. And yeah, it's just you use the tools that you have and try to reproduce a reference. Actually, that's just it, no matter the way you do it.
Yep. Sweet.
So yeah, I think maybe you have more questions for the IP file.
Well, I guess the lighting. I see you have 3 lights, but is it also an is it like only HDR, or do you have sunlight and stuff like that?
So this is a personal trick I use really often, even in production. 99% of my lighting is like just always a sunlight and a dome light, and the dome light isn't an HDRI, it's like really just a flat color. So the sunlight obviously is like somehow my key light, just to give a direction to the light of the shot. That's just my main light. And the reason why the dome light is here is to fill up the black levels. I always do that because when you have a strong sunlight, the shadows are like really, really strong, and the dome light there is just to get to fill those blacks up, And that's something I do all the time. But then you'll tell me, what is this light? This light actually is a trick I use on the scenes where I have a lot of reflections happening. So basically, when I have water and things like that, I use an HDRI with details, with clouds that are a bit fancy and things like that. And I just disable all the contributions, but the specular and reflections. So this way I can really like just rotate this dome, and the only thing that is going to affect is the reflections, and in this case the ocean. And so I can like really choose like a reflection that I found like beautiful, and that makes sense, of course. So I need to like the sun of the HDRI needs to be not too far from the real sun, otherwise it's going to be a bit weird. But yeah, that's a personal trick I always use, and it's working pretty well. And I'm showing this in the workshop more in depth, anyways.
Awesome, sweet. Yeah, I mean, it's very cool. Were there? I don't remember. Are there trees as well in the shot?
Yeah.
the
So
island?
yeah. So for the trees that I'm scattering, let me show them. Wouldn't be too long to cook. Yeah. Okay.
There we go. Yeah. Because it felt a bit naked.
Yeah.
Where's
Yeah.
all the green?
So basically, for all the trees, we are going to use the Chaos Cosmos browser. So it's like you can just open it, I think. Import Cosmos browser. So if you guys never worked with V-Ray, V-Ray have this really, really cool thing. Like it's a library of assets that works really good for like background and midground assets. It works less for foreground, as you need more details, but you have like a ton of assets, and I always use that for like generic assets, because these are things that we all done like 1,000 times. We need a basic tree, so we go on speed tree. There is the default broadleaf tree. We don't want the default broadleaf tree, so we put randomize, so we have something a bit original. And yeah, but that's just a waste of time. Just take something that's on this, and it's like a huge time saver. So yeah, but basically you can also, if you want, to do your own trees, but that's something I use even in production too, for background and midground assets.
Awesome.
And for the things that I couldn't do, which are the giant mangrove trees, so maybe I can go to 1,000 million so we can see them. So it's going to lag a bit. So let me show them. Are they? Okay. Are they, I think? Yeah. So these giant mangrove trees, actually maybe I can show just one alone. Okay. So you can see this giant mangrove trees is made on speed tree. So we're going to see also that was like, I think, about an hour of content on the workshop on the Zash creation, maybe a bit less.
Awesome.
So there is 2 variants. Okay. So there is 2 variants. There's like these main ones, and there is like the more thin ones that are there. So if it's a bit laggy. And that's probably this one. Yeah. So as you can see, so this one are the ones that are like more deep in the forest, and the one that I've just shown earlier are like in the edge of the forest. So yeah, we're going to see how to create both of them.
Awesome.
So
Yeah, looks good. Yeah, I mean, the thing, like I said, that I was the most impressed by was like the final quality of the shot, because it like, especially I was watching it on my phone this morning, and I was like, oh, it almost looks like it could be from Avatar. Like the quality is definitely there, and a lot of that comes from lighting, layout, but compositing plays a huge role, right?
Yeah, and we can jump on that, so we can like just see the
Yeah.
difference between the raw render, which looks like this, and the final one. I think that's this one, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a huge
It's a huge
difference,
difference.
and
Yeah.
especially for this one also.
Yeah.
I think we need time to cook. Yeah.
Oof. Yeah, that's a big difference. And in this case, it's just like atmospherics and finding the right black levels and tweaking the colors a bit. But yeah, it makes a huge difference. Yeah.
Like the trick there's not real trick to achieve this, but just to stick to your reference, I had like my pure ref on the side, and I was just like, okay, so the black level has this level, so I'm trying to match it. The atmospherics look like this, like the clouds usually don't go to higher than this density. So I was always just playing with sliders.
I agree. Even when I was learning how to color grade, I used to screen grab like all the movies from Tarantino, all the movies from Scorsese, all the movies from like my favorite kind of DOPs as well, not just directors. And I would just look at the screens and the histograms, and I was just looking at the levels. How do they light? Where are the skin tones? What color and what brightness, and then what is where do they park the highlights and shadows? Like, you just analyze everything, and over time you're like, oh, you start to understand why it looks good. You start to see the pattern, right? When you really analyze and deconstruct these things.
For sure.
Yeah.
So maybe we can just do a quick walkthrough the Nuke script, so you can see
Sure.
where the magic happens. But as I told you, there is no real tricks. Oh.
Yep.
I've got my screen is shading. I don't know if you can hear me.
I can still hear you. But you're definitely frozen.
Yeah. My mouse isn't moving anymore.
No.
What is happening?
You think Houdini's still rendering?
I don't know. No.
Maybe.
Okay, that's fine. I'm back. Maybe I need to launch back the screen share.
Maybe just stop sharing and
yeah, I'll do that.
Turn camera on.
Even the camera is okay. Everything crashed. Okay, so Nuke just tried. Okay, it's fine. Why not? Just
maybe just close it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think
I will just open Nuke back and close this one. Bye bye.
Classic.
Okay, I'm back. I think you can see the camera now.
Yes.
I'm sorry for that.
It's all good.
Okay. So now maybe we can go walk through without.
Sweet.
Okay, perfect. So basically we're going to see how to like split the ROVs and things like that, but I think that you might have seen in thousands of tutorials and workshops, so nothing original. So then we're going like some minor changes, sorry. Just with like maybe rearranging, the color of the cliffs and things like that, but it's like really minor changes. Then we're adding the FX. I'm going to show you a little thing, how to merge your FX with like seamlessly, because the FX basically looks like this. But if your FX artist is doing his job well, he will give you an attribute to blend the FX with the environment, and you can use these attributes to just blend seamlessly the FX with the environment. So I'm going to show you also.
It's just a simple mask, essentially.
Yeah. Nothing complex.
Yeah, if the FX artist also exported a position map, you could also use a position map.
Sure.
to create the map. Like there's various ways of doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So I'm adding the first layer of depths. We're using just the classic Z depths from the ROVs. So then I'm adding the first layer of atmospherics, and it do a lot of changes. So
that really makes it cinematic. You just freaking put some fog and you're good to go.
And basically that's like really simple. I mean, that's simple, and there is one trick. So the simple part is just that I'm importing like random clouds, putting them where I want, projecting them into cards. So nothing new. But something a bit maybe not new, but not a lot of people use is the deep renders. So we are rendering this scene in deep also. And there is something cool about the scanline render is that it also exports a deep channel. So you can basically merge anything you put in a scanline render with a deep render. And using the deep merge, there's something really cool. I'm going to show you if it works, hopefully. Okay, so basically there is like, we're just merging it like with like a holdout. So basically that's just a minus operation. So I'm just saying, take the clouds and subtract the environment to it. But the deep soften is doing a huge difference, because if I disable it, we'll see something. Okay, we'll see. Okay, perfect. So you can see that there that the transition are like really sharp, and with the deep soften, it somehow like kind of blur your card into space and fake a 3D volumetric effect. So you can place 2D cards, and in camera it will appear like it's like they're in 3D. They have like volume parallax and things like that. Yeah, it's making a huge difference on this shot. The script is a bit long to cook, so I don't know if I'm able to show you like the whole render without these techniques. Let's try. Okay. That looks like this actually.
Yep.
Let's just jump on the res, because I'm afraid the script will crash, or I don't know what.
Yep.
So
Don't crash it.
basically, the second environment is the same thing. So I'm using the deep method to have like some clouds in merging in the environments. I'm using also some cards in the forest. Sorry, so you can have a bit of atmospheric into the forest. And then we have the background part. So the background basically is just an HDRI, so projected on a sphere. So I just prefer to do it on Nuke than on CG. Having that, I'm doing a quick matte painting of the Pandora planet, the Pandora moon. I don't remember its name, but there, just there. We're adding some moons right there. We're adding some mountains on the first environment. So basically it looks awful like this, but when it's merged with the environment, it's pretty cool.
They're all fake.
They're all
mountains.
fake mountains. These are just some rotors actually.
Nice. Yeah, it's a good one.
And yes, once everything is merged, we're just doing some final grading and lens effects and everything like that, and we're having the final result. So just before, after, you can see. So yeah, no worries about it. We're going to go really in details in this whole script, and yeah, maybe you have more questions and anything like that. I'll be happy to answer.
Yeah, I think a common question is, who is this workshop for in terms of their knowledge and skill level?
Yeah, I'm expecting you to have a basic/beginner understanding of Houdini, because if you're not have the notes I'm going to drop, you're not going to be familiar with, and you're going to be stuck on this instead of the thing I'm trying to teach. So as I was saying before, I'm like, if I'm dropping a remesh node, I expect you to know what's a remesh node. I'm not going to explain you what's a remesh node and things like that. But yeah, just a basic understanding of Houdini is quite enough, I think.
Yeah, I agree. If somebody who is a beginner is watching this, we also have our Intro to Houdini workshop. It's called Unlocking the Magic of Houdini. So for whoever, if you are a complete beginner, you should definitely watch that workshop first. It's like 80 hours, and Jordan goes through literally A to Z when it comes to Houdini. And once you have that knowledge, then you can start taking all the other workshops, and I think you're going to be pretty comfortable. But we cannot do, if every workshop also explained everything for beginners, then every workshop would be 50 hours long for no good reason. And then people would be losing their minds because, they would be hearing the same things over and over. So that's why most of the workshops cannot also be, for beginners. It's kind of impossible to do it
But
that way.
just like have the basic understanding of Houdini with the workshop that Urban just mentioned, and you'll be fine.
Yeah. Sweet. Yeah, those are all the questions I have. I mean, it looks great. Honestly, it looks really high quality production level environment work. In a way, it's very cool that it's simple, to do. I'm putting quotation mark. It's simple. It looks, there's not, a lot of extremely difficult work. One thing, I don't know if you talk about it in the workshop, is, so you have technical aspects of creating this, right? But then you have the artistic aspects of creating this.
Yeah, I talk about this at the beginning of the workshop. The art is a big world. Having the artistic vision of doing what something is like something else. You could like take concept art lessons for this, for example, or thing like that. And I'm not going to like first like teach it to you on this workshop. The first reason is because it's not the purpose of this workshop. The second reason is because I'm not good enough at it to pretend to be able to teach it. Basically, I've seen shots from Avatar, and I tried to mix some like two shots into one, and I did my thing with the little knowledge of art I have. But these things really comes with experience. The more and more you do shots, the more and more you focus on the technical side, and you become like perfect on the technical level. Then you can explore like your artistic vision and use your technical skills to achieve your artistic vision. So that's not something I'm going to teach you on this workshop, sadly, because it will be 50 long hours workshop, and I'm not good at it enough to teach it.
Yeah, it's also something that comes with a few years of experience.
Yeah,
and
sure.
Like, for instance, I started as a photographer / cinematographer, like, 15 years ago. So that's how I trained my eye, was in photography, cinematography, editing, color grading. So, but I know it takes a lot. Like, I think it took me like 7 years before I was like, oh, I now I understand why something looks good versus why it looks bad. Like, really understood the artistic side, how the compositing, like the composition, the colors and all of that, it takes some time. It takes time to train your eye. But like you said, I think in this workshop you're going to get all the technical bits, and obviously in the end you're going to create an awesome environment. Hopefully you're going to shuffle things around so you don't get the exact same result that Ahmed here got.
That's something I would like to see, like something a bit different. I'm not against like the fact that you're going to do something really similar, but just I don't want like the cliffs to be exactly at the same position and things like that. Maybe you could like move a bit the camera, not having exactly the same camera animation. Maybe have like a top view or something like that. Like maybe like an helicopter view, looking at like the oceans with the cliffs, and that could be beautiful also.
Yeah.
Try to be like a bit original.
Yeah, or pick a different movie.
Yeah, also actually that's possible.
Pick a different movie and just change it up. Instead of cliffs, do mountains. Instead of a whole ocean, do a small lake.
But please, if I need to insist on one thing, take references. I'm a professional artist. and I couldn't have done that without a pure ref with like at least 20 or 30 references, and 20 to 30 references is really low, believe me. And like on some projects, you can have like, on my recent production, I remember it was like in October, we had a pure ref, and it was like maybe 300 pictures in it. So, and we had only 3 shots to make. So
I agree.
That's like the most important thing. I want you like, to have one reference for the composition, the framing, a lot of references for like the environments, what's in the environment, some close-ups of the assets, from a long distance also. You want to be able to see all the assets in the environment from different angles, different lighting situations, try to really understand what you're creating actually. The difference, that's mainly the difference between us and a concept artist. Concept artist like is really used to those things, and even them have references, but they can still do things a bit with their mind, because they train their mind to that. We are not concept artists. We need reference. We need to copy. We are technical artists, and one day I hope we will be good artistically enough, but that's not the case for now. So just focus on technical side, and the artistic will come after.
Yeah, I always say, if you don't plan, you plan to fail.
Yeah, really.
So it's always good to create a plan, have some references, and then you have a goal you can go towards. Because if you don't start with a reference, you might get lost along the way.
There is a pretty good exercise. I remember one of my teacher gave us when I was a student back in the days. He called that a déjà vu, and basically you choose one scene from a movie, a TV show you love, and you try to reproduce it like really the most accurately you can. Like you need to, like the level of accuracy needs to be like you're just switching left and right between the 2 image, and trying to spot the differences. You really need to push at this level, and then when you're able to do shots like this, like really reproduce them almost perfectly, then maybe you can try to create your own shots. But like really focus on the technical side with the exercise I just told you. That is what's called the déjà vu, and yeah, it's really a good exercise.
I agree. Because if you can match something 1-to-1, at least you have the technical skill set. You achieved a skill level, right? And now with that skill set, you can then start creating your original artworks.
Actually, I have my homework back in the days where I was a student that is still on my ArtStation of this exercise. I can show it. Yeah. So basically, this is a shot from Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
And this is the thing I did. So that's not exactly the same thing. For sure, there is differences, but you just try to match it the closest as you can. So maybe.
Yeah, it's the quality, right? It's like, do you spot that production quality, right? Because yours has a very similar production quality to what Game of Thrones did, and if you can match that production quality, your skill set is at a good level.
Yeah, for real.
It's very close. It's very close, yeah.
Yeah, but when I'm looking at it today, so this project was made like maybe 4 years ago, three, I don't know. I see like 1,000 of issues and things to make it a lot closer to what I did like 3 years ago. It's what we said with Urban, like just train your eye and experience.
Yeah. Just takes some time. Awesome. Yeah, dude, I think that's it. I think a lot of people were very excited about this workshop. So hopefully they learn a lot from it. And the thing that I enjoy the most is when somebody takes a workshop and they create something new.
I'm really excited to see that. Like really, I really want to see that. So don't hesitate to share on the Discord. I'm going to be looking at it.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Ahmed, for your time, and we'll see everybody else in the workshop.
Yeah, thank you for yours. Goodbye, guys.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Sweet. We did it.